Hello all and welcome to Zlane channel. Yep, that's me. And you probably thinking how I have ended in such situations, like why my last updated video do not have sound. That is because I mute my mic. So basically there are around like 6 mute buttons on my PC setting. There are 2 mute buttons on my headphone itself, and there's one on my keyboard. There's 2 on the PC itself, and 2 in the OBS. And just to unmute myself, I have to make sure all those 6 or 7 buttons or setting has to be unmute. And yeah, I failed to do it. So it's like I have been recording for the past 30 minutes on that video without noticing that I'm talking on mute. And yeah, so the purpose of this video here is just to cover back up, I will try to recall from my memory what I have talked in the video, and I will just go through with the narrative. Let's go. So gonna play back. So in the beginning of the video, I talk about the imprint system, the new map itself. So this video is purposely focused on just the imprint system, not the artist update. And going into the screen itself, I'm showing you the patch notes that you can find it in the descriptions down below. And you can see that the new imprint system, you will have 3 different slots. And for the imprint system itself, you will have to use an equipment that are 6 stars. So it has to be like minimum 3 star up to 6 stars, or 4 stars up to 6 stars. So there is the note here. So equipment imprint system unlock up to 3 imprints that you can see on the screen there. There's the imprint effect. And then when you use the imprint material, unlock the imprint stat itself, it randomly select one out of the 3 there. And let me just fast forward it so that at least to give back some of your time. So the maximum imprint level can be varied based on the enhancement level. So in this one here, I will just show you guys the chart, which is showing in the later stage of the video. Equipment imprint is a guaranteed success, so there is no failure, but then it will need a lot of material. And I believe if you are still early in the game itself, do not really focus on just the imprint system, because that's gonna be something that is late game. So you can maximize your resources on something that could make use of to maximize the resources. You can maximize the resources not to use it in the imprint, but there are many other things that you can do, and that will give you much more benefit. So for the imprint system itself, it has like target equipment requirement. The minimum requirement is that you have to be a minimum 3 stars or higher, 4 star or super rare, and you have to get it up to 6 stars or higher. And there's the level minimums of level 30 here. So you have to be 6 stars, level 30, and enhancement level has to be plus 10 or higher in order to make it as a target equipment. And for the equipment imprint material itself, you will need a 6 star piece of equipment that is up from a 3 star or a 4 stars above. Yeah, so for weapon material, you must use the same element. So if you are using a fire element weapon, you have to use the same fire. You have to use a fire element. It can be 3, 4, or super rare for the equipment, but then the weapon itself has to be the same type. So you can see the patch notes here saying that if you are upgrading your spear, you have to use spear. So you cannot use the rifle to upgrade the spear to rifle. So it doesn't work in that way as well. And for armor's accessories, so it has to be the same part. So if you are using for the hit gear, you can use another hit gear to put it over as an imprint material. It doesn't have to be the exact same type. I mean, do not. It doesn't have to be the exact same glove or maybe the hit gear. So if you have like a berserker glove, then you have another kind of glove. It still works as long as the 3-star that has been up to 6-star or 4-star up to 6 stars. So that will work as well. And imprint stone is only happening only after you have got your imprint level 5 or higher. So I would say for the imprint system itself, is the best thing that you can get for the imprint system is to up it to 4 level 4 and then use another 4-star. So it is also based on RNG, because when you use a 4-star you get like level 3, 4 or 5 based on the percentage rate, which I will talk about it later on. And then up to 4-star, and because once you have reached the 5-star, you will need the imprint stone, which is something that you need to farm it at the new map, or you can get it from the Macaragon, or maybe through the event itself or the shops. So these are some of the ways that you can get it, or you can also, yeah, that are the ways. So far, oh, also the fire temple itself. So you can see in Princeton drop locations, there's the fire temple in Princeton drop locations. So you will get it from the monster hunting, the fire temple, and monster drop itself. You will need potions, because without the potion itself, it's kind of slow. I have tested that out, and I believe I did put it in one of in the following when I go through the video. So for the monster drop, as I say, the secret juice is important, and you can craft it at Kingdom Restaurant. You can unlock it with 100k of gold for each of it. So you have the armor, you have the weapon, and the accessory juice that you can craft it at the Kingdom restaurant. And the material that you can use to craft it, you can obtain it from the field and also the general shop for the bottle. So I believe right now I'm showing you guys like how you can get to, so in this map here, and how you can get in Princeton and stuff. So there are 2 floors, and different kind of mobs actually give you different kind of drops. So you have to see on the drops itself. So you can click on the mobs and see what kind of things it drops. And you can see here is that auto all the mobs are dropping the imprint stones, but then you will see a lock button on the imprint stone itself. So floor 1 is minimum requirement level at level 102, so you could not get into this floor until you have reached that level. And the second floor is with the minimum requirements of 110. And for this one here, the floor 1, you can see there is a lock on the buff state. It says that you have to really use the accessory in Princeton in order to unlock this one here. And then you will also have one mob. So let's say for the fire mobs, you have the Krabby there. And when you click into the Krabby itself, you will see there is one special one that without the lock. So every different elemental mobs in the chaos field map here, it has one mobs that do not need the secret juice in order to drop, but then the drop rate is kind of low, because what I did here is I did a 30 minutes of 30 minutes of comparison. So when I use the pot itself, the secret juice, it's gonna be like 30 minutes activated. And when I count the stone that I got around like 25 from farming at the places. Uh, which is at the Krabby place. And when I compare it to the normal drop rate at the Krabby place here, it drops me like 25 in around like 8 hours. So the comparison timing, I would say it definitely need the juice in order to get a lot of amount. But this is not the way because you can get it from the Fire Temple as well and also the film map. So let me just go through it. So this is just a description about how you can get those items there, and you just need level 5. And you can see that, please note that reverse drop penalties apply depends on the level difference between the player character and the monster. It means that for the normal price drop, the level gap is still applied based on the normal the chart that we have shown. So for the price drop, please do not exceed level 8 gap. So monster has to be not more than 8 level different from your character. I mean lower in terms of lower. So if the mobs are higher level than you, that is okay. That does not affect anything. But the lower level mobs is that you will have the gap penalty, and then for the secret juice effect that is not affected by the price drop rate. So it works some kind of similar to the soulstone, the aroma of focus. So it does not affect. So if you are reaching like 120 level and you are farming at this farm place here 104 and you just want to focus on the stone itself, you can use the secret juice and it's still dropping, but then that is based on the one that are locked by the buff. So the other prices you won't be getting it because of the level gap. And once you have used the secret juice itself, it does not show here. And for the secret juice, it just shows on the buff above. It's actually a 30 minutes, and you will have a small chances to obtain a weapon in Princeton. So it doesn't state like the percentage of getting it. It's just saying that you would get a certain amount. I mean, the higher chances, but then after validating it, it's actually a lot better, like maybe 7 or 8 times. That is what happened to me. And yeah, so the next thing that I talk about it is on the Fire Temple. So you will have the tier 9 that has been added in. So in here you just have to see that there is like the core reward. You will get the imprint stone from going into the temple and just run through. So what I did here is that I used my diamond in order to refresh it so that I could get more stones. Yeah, just to collect it because after you have reached level 5, you will need 500 stone just to do the imprint system itself, and it's gonna be more when you have a higher level. So you can see that in here I'm actually showing that I got around like 348, and most of it I got it from the fire temple itself. So I got like 300 because I refreshed twice, 100 diamonds and also the 200 diamonds. So I refreshed twice. I got a 2-star at the fire temple, so it's like 300, and the balance 48 I got it from the chaos field map itself. 25 is from when during the buff time, and around like 23 is the unbuff time of getting the one that is not being locked. So that it took me around like 8 hours. So 30 minutes versus 8 hours result is like almost the same amount of imprint material. And then I actually explained that you can go to the restaurant to craft the buff. I did not go into the restaurant because I just accidentally activate all my energy drinks, so I'm stuck in this map here. And then I show you guys a picture like once you have unlocked that recipe, you will need the items like this two here. You can get it from the film mobs itself, the chaos film mobs, which is if you are farming the fire one, it's a crabby and different kind of element to drop different kind, maybe the accessories and also the armors. You will have to look through which element to drop that. And for this pot here itself, you can get it weekly. Uh, 7th per weekly at the Kingdom General store. So I did not show it in the video, but you have to get this one. I mean, make sure that you purchase it weekly um, at your Kingdom General store because this is really important and that's the only way how you can get it for this material here. So these two are the farming material, but for this one here, you really need to get it at the general store. And I will just show a video about how I craft it, maybe a short one, so that you guys could refer to that video if you just would like to craft it. And then about the imprint system itself is like if you have two weapons, I mean the one that you're going to imprint and also the one that gonna sacrifice, if any of this weapon has the dark magic, it will apply. So if this one has the dark magic itself, then a 20% will apply on it, or maybe the equipment apply dark magic to the imprint equipment. So yep, so if let's say your weapon has not been cursed yet and you apply dark magic on top of it, so the imprint system will still get a 20% because dark magic is adding 20% on whatever your equipment has the base stat, so it still applies there. And right now I'm trying to do the imprint, so you can see there is a selection chances, so 33.33% on all three, so it depends on your luck on getting which one. So at here, I believe a lot of people are quite wanting the base attack because that adds up to every kind of different attack. And in here I would say, if you would like to choose your first imprint uh, weapon, I would say go for the 4-star Earth because that would be the main weapon that we put into most of our deck. But what I did here is I did wrongly. I went for the fire because of, yeah, I just clicked it wrongly. So I'm kind of regret on it, but then it's still good because I have my fire 4-star on few of my deck. Not all of it, but still applies, so I went for the fire. So that is actually the second weapon that I will do the imprint system, but right now I just did that. And then you will have like the power upgrade as well. So power upgrade, so if you use a 3-star equipment, so let's say for this one here, it doesn't have to with the enhance or maybe the awaken. Do not awaken or enhance your weapon that you are going to fit it into the imprint because it doesn't add something to it. It doesn't. So you would get the same kind of buff. You do not get extra thing. Do not waste that out. So if you use the 3-star that has been up to 6 stars, you can see the imprint effect is tier 1, tier 2 with a 5%, so tier 1 is 95. But then if you are using a 4-star equipment, it's gonna be up to a tier 3, so you get a tier 3, 4, or 5. So you would get like 80% chances of getting a tier 3, 15% getting a tier 4, and 5% getting the tier 5. So it depends on your luck, and of course if you see mine, I'm always at the bad luck kind of things, and then Of course, I got a tier 3, which is showing in the end of the video. So super rare, you get also 3, 4, 5, but then the percentage of 4 and 5 is at a higher chances. And if you click on your equipment itself and then you scroll it down a bit, you will see there is the imprint effect, tier effect. So like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, whatever. So you can see if you are at tier 10, you will get like this amount here. I mean, if you got the first stat, imprint equipment attack plus 400, so plus 400 attack is only like 4k, and that's why I would say that do not really focus on the imprint system, and because it's still RNG, you might get the earth attack or the earth attack plus percentage, not the base attack. So it's based on the RNG. If you feel to get this one at the first try, you get this too. It's really just adding to your earth attack, and that is only adding to one weapon. And if you are not using that weapon, it means that you do not enjoy the imprint system. That's why I'm saying that if you are trying to focus, if you are still early in the game itself, you haven't do some of the content that has been out for some certain times, like the collection and stuff, I would say focus on that part first before you go into the imprint system, because yeah, this is really a late game item, and I did the imprint just for the video purposes. And let's see what I'm going in. So yep, I got my rifle here, a 4-star rifle. I up it to a 5-star right now, and then because of the video itself, I spent some of the diamond just to get the stone, because what I did here is what I'm doing for my character is that I use the stone to do on the collections rather than this one, but then because of the imprint, and yeah, I just try to gather the stone and material that I can do, and just to up it to 6-star right now just for this video purposes. So you can see that I'm showing on like the imprint effect. So a minimum tier 3, it's gonna be like 120 attack, so it's just 1002, 1200 if I got it the attack, but then there might be chances that only getting the fire attack or stuff, and if it's tier 4 it's 160, it's mean 1600 attack if I'm using the fire weapon on the deck itself. So if you have a dark magic weapon, then 20% will be added into your imprint effect as well. So if let's say you get 100 and you 100 attack, then you will get like 120 because of the curse kind of thing. This is just an example. It really depends on what kind of stat that you are getting. So this is what I'm trying to focus. I'm trying to use my stone on collecting all this bonus CP, because what it gives is, although the CP might not seem that much here, but then because of this collection here is assisting, I mean, it assists on my overall character. It's not just one weapon, not with just one deck, but then the overall gameplay, not just to my main character, but it also affects to my outs as well. So that's why I'm not going to focus on the imprint system at this stage, but on the collections, because it actually gives me much more benefit. And also because of the imprint system, when you have reached like tier 5, you will need this stone. So do you really want to just stay in that chaos field all the time, or you still would enjoy to do other kind of things? So what I'm doing right now is I would just focus on the small thing, on the collections, and also on the soulstone collections. So I will focus on all the CP first before I get into the imprint, because it's gonna adds a lot of CP. So small things add up and it's gonna be big. So yeah, so not try to focus on the imprint because it seems to be like a well new thing. I have to try it out, but then it gonna takes a long time just to reaching getting one imprint material just to put it into your weapon, and that weapon only benefit when you're using it. So it's not really that worth it. Unless you are a real you have reached a certain level of stage, you have fully complete your awakening, you have completed most of the tasks. So yeah, go for the imprint system if you want it. So and of course, what I'm doing here as well, I just focus on my achievement to get the title. It's like when I collect those collections, it also helped me to fill up my achievement, and then it also goes into the title. So some of it actually gave me some title. So I will make a video about the title that I got so far. Yeah, that's gonna be another video. So here I go again. So I'm going to imprint it, the four rare, 4-star rare, and also the normal. And I did a comparison, like if I use a 3-star or 4-star, a 3-star with the dark effect, the percentage, I mean the imprint effect is still the same. So if you are using a clean one or dark one, or a clean one without awakening with the awakening one, or maybe yeah, whatsoever, or level 30, so it doesn't matter, it's still giving you the same chances. So just go for clean weapon, tier 4 clean 4-star clean weapon, that will do the job. So do not use this one here because you may want to use it in future. So I'm still keeping my 3-star, although I have my super rare. This is because I'm not sure what's gonna be happen in the future. And yeah, I was killed by Anjot. So during the recording itself, Andrew just killed me, and you can see Andrew's here because I tried to farm three stack of mobs here, and yep, and he just ran away like that. I thought to share the map. I mean, I tried to share the spot with him, but then he just ran away in that way, and and I decided to take back the tree spot. So this is what I did. Yeah. Unfortunately, I did not record my voice during that time. I'm not sure if I'm cursing, whatever. But yeah, it doesn't kill me. So farming tree stack, it doesn't kill. So here I go again with my imprint. I power it up. And that you only need 5k gold for the first try, and of course it's the lane, and it's gonna be a plus 3 only. And luckily I got the attack, and you can see there is the power achievement. So when you do the imprint, it does add to the achievement itself, but then it doesn't really add much. Yeah, and it's quite hard to get the imprint, one imprint material just to imprint it into your weapon itself. And I guess that is all about the video. And after the imprint itself, I think I got this one power up bundle. So I did a comparison of this power up bundle here with the one at the shop. So what I found is that the power up is better than this one here, because this only gave you like 5 stone, and that gave you 15 stone, and you get additional potions. You get this secret juice that is hard to get. Oh, secret juice is there. You get the equipment summons coupons as well. So if you compare this two here, this one here doesn't give you the equipment coupon. Of course, this one gave you 3 juice, but then this one gave you 2. It depends on which one you would like to choose, but in the end I did purchase this one here because I feel that this is kind of helpful. And yep, I guess that is all about that video here. And thanks for watching. Thanks for the support. And really sorry about the mic setting and stuff. Yeah, so that is how Slay channel is. If you know me, I mean, you know that I don't really check on my video. Um, yeah, but I will do that. I will start to maybe take more precautions when I do the recording next time. And yep, thanks for watching and goodbye.